super excited about this call for a long time. I want to help you. I want to share these strategies with you. And the bottom line is I have a passion for helping people become fighter pilots in the Navy, the Air Force, and the Marine Corps. I've been doing this since 2006, helped more people than I could possibly count. And I'm going to share with you what I believe have been the most traditional obstacles for people getting the flight slot that they want, that they so desperately want, and the flight slot that I believe in many cases they deserve. The goal of this call is very simple. I want to arm you with the tips and strategies that you need to further your career. There are a bunch of pitfalls, and I've seen many of my friends, many of my members, many of my subscribers fall into these holes, and I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people listening to recruiters who don't know the right information. I'm tired of people going on some web forum someplace and getting some bad information and then it costing them their entire career. I'm tired of people listening to friends or family who say, you know, oh, you can't do that because of this, or you can't do that because of your eyesight. I'm tired of all that. And I'm basically going to show you what I believe are the most important things for you to know right here, right on this call, so that once you know this, you can become successful, you can break through all the obstacles, and you can achieve the goal of your dreams. You know, you've been told that you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't accomplish this, you can't accomplish that. There are negative influences all across the world, and especially in our lives. Some of them are family members, some of them are friends, and I'm here to tell you that you would be amazed. You would actually be shocked and surprised to find out the people who are getting flight slots today, they're regular people just like me and you. They've got issues and problems, they had bad grades, they had bad eyesight, they've overcome a lot of obstacles, and you can do it too, but you need to be able to implement the principles. So let me talk where we're going to start as far as this training goes. And I want to take you back all the way back to about 1999. That's when I executed my very, very first carrier line. I don't know if you knew this or not, but the United States is the only country in the world that lands on aircraft carriers at night. There are a whole bunch of countries, England, Ireland, France, Japan, China, just to name a few, that land on aircraft carriers. There's actually 9 countries that do it. But the only country that does it at night is the good old United States of America. Now, some people call that courage, some people call that bravado. I call that sheer stupidity. And here's why. Because the very first time they send you out to the carrier, you know, normally when you're doing your flight training, you have an instructor in your backseat. The very first time that they send you out to the carrier, you are all by yourself. You're alone. The first time you do it at night, you're alone as well too. Now, I think that's risk mitigation, frankly. I think that they figure, well, if it's going to crash, you know, it might as well be with him. But on July 25th, 1999, I was in the airplane for my very first night carrier landing. And I can tell you that it was absolutely beautiful night. The moon was out, the stars were out there, beautiful. Just view over the entire cockpit view at that point. And everything was really great, except for one very small thing. Starting at about 700 feet above the water, and ending at about 1,200 feet above the water, where there's a very thick overcast cloud layer. Now, that cloud layer would be the source of a pretty significant problem for me that night. It shouldn't have been. You see, I trained for years and years and years, 3 years up to that point, to fly through the cloud, using my instruments to be able to do that in the simulator and also in the airplane. I had been trained to trust my instruments, but at that point, when I hit about 10 miles at about 1,200 feet in my F-18, in my very first night carrier landing, as I descended into the clouds, all visual references going completely away, what I felt was a gentle rolling sensation to the left. Actually, what I really had was a condition called vertigo. Now, if I was to define vertigo to you, I would describe it as this splitting sensation. If I was to stand you in the middle of the room that you're sitting in right now, blindfolded, and spin you around about 20 times and just stop you, that dizzy, disoriented feeling, that vertigo. And that's what I experienced when I descended into the cloud that night. Now, the funny place is that when you're just kind of hanging out, vertigo can be disorienting. It can be nauseating, but it's really not deadly. When you're in the F-18, you're in the cockpit of an F-18, vertigo can kill you in an instant. And so that felt the airplane rolling to the left. I did what every new pilot does when they feel their airplane rolling to the left, so that they're nice to take out, move to the right. It was then that I looked at my head with my primary instrument, and I saw that at least according to that instrument, that I was flying absolutely straight up. I felt my airplane now rolling harder and harder and harder to the left, and I looked at my primary instrument, my head with display, I saw lo and behold, the instrument tells me that I am flying straight level. Now, this time my brain is screaming at me, roll right, you're going to die. And it's everything I can do not to take my stick and violently do what's right. Which, of course, takes these things, having these exercises, these street level airplanes, and so what I was fighting at that point was an inner battle between my instincts and my training. Everything that I knew to be true was telling me that I was rolling left and I was getting water at any moment. While yet everything that I was looking at, i.e. my instruments, were telling me that I was in fact straight and level. I was given a choice. Basically, I could trust myself or I could trust my instruments. I could trust everything that I knew to be true, or I could trust my training. You know, I heard a voice in my head that night. It wasn't like the voice that Luke Skywalker heard when he was going to bomb the Death Star. It was an audible voice. It was just that voice of training. And that voice of training told me three things. It told me, trust your instrument. Trust your instrument. The voice of training literally saved my life that night. And so that night I had a choice. I could trust my instincts or I could trust my training. I chose to trust my training that night, and it made all the difference. I broke out of the clouds at 700 feet. I saw the back of that aircraft carrier, the USS Stennis, off about 100 miles west of the Pacific Ocean. I executed that night, what was not the nicest carrier landing I had ever had in my life. Actually, it was a very poor landing. It was a very short landing, but you know what? It was a landing, okay? And I landed it still, and I'm here alive to tell you the importance of one really good idea. I literally have one good idea to thank for being alive, which is this: trust your instrument. I mean, think about it. Is trust your instruments a really good idea? It's been passed down from pilots to pilots to pilots to pilots to pilots, all the way back to the beginning of instrument play. Trust your instruments is a phenomenal idea. And so I'm here to tell you, as we kind of start our training tonight, I'm here to tell you that one of the most important things that you can do on your way to becoming a fighter pilot is to simply focus in on those really good ideas. I'm here to tell you that I will be sharing with you tonight at least 5 good ideas, probably more like about 25 good ideas. I've got a special guest tonight that's going to share some of his ideas with you as well, someone who's been very successful just like you would like to be. I've got a whole membership of people who have really, really good ideas that they would like to share, but I'm just here to tell you that when you become a fighter pilot, you will look back and you'll find that it was simply the implementation of maybe 1 or 2 really good ideas that made the absolute difference for you. So tonight, as we spend our time together, what I would like you to do is simply be ready for those really good ideas. It could be one of the myths, it could be one of the strategies that I'm going to share with you here. But in this time, you will actually hear from people who've experienced the success that you want to experience. And then we're going to talk about the myths that you've been led to believe about becoming a fighter pilot. These are traditional barriers. These are things that typically are difficult for people to break through. And once you break through these, I think that you're going to realize that it will be a lot easier than you thought it would be. Your challenge is simply this: I want you to take notes, and I want you to listen with an ear for implementation. I've got some good news and bad news. The bad news is that the notes that you take tonight are literally not worth the paper that they are printed on without implementation. Assuming you take action, assuming you implement the strategies, I have great news for you. You will have an advantage. You literally will have an advantage over the other people, because what you learn today will make a significant difference in your career if you choose to implement. Okay? So really quick background. Who am I? I flew F-18s in the Marine Corps for 11 years. I flew F-5s for 2 years. Those are the fighters that you see as adversaries in Top Gun. Now my goal in life is, my purpose and passion, what I do here, is to help others become fighter pilots in the Air Force, the Navy, and the Marine Corps. I have more success stories than I could possibly count at this point of people who have followed my strategies and become successful. Shoot, we used to keep track of all of them as they came in, and we used to post them to our website. Now we just send out great congratulations letters, and occasionally we'll have somebody on a call to celebrate their success, but there are literally too many stories to count. I'm here to tell you that the strategies that I'll share with you work. They work over and over and over again, and they work when they are implemented. At the height of my career, I was a T-34 pilot training. I was a T-2 pilot. I was one of the last people to fly the A-4s. At the height of my career, I was flying F-18s. I graduated from Top Gun, like the real Top Gun school. I went to MOTS 1, which is our fighter weapons school in the Marine Corps, and I became an instructor right there at MOTS 1 at our version of Top Gun. While there, just a little bit of background, I became the leading expert on laser-guided bombs and aerial combat, one-against-one aerial combat for Marines. Now, this is important because it's natural to kind of say, okay, all right, well, I get it, Ed. You were that fighter pilot guy and everything, but you don't understand me. You don't understand my frustrations, my concerns, my struggles, all the things that I have to deal with in my life. It seems like everything came easy for you, and I can tell you that it didn't. I am a person, now check this out, pay attention to this, I failed kindergarten, okay? Now, I don't know if you know what it takes to pass kindergarten, but it is not a grade to pass. I am not the sharpest tool in the shed, I'm not the smartest person that you've ever come across. I have always had to struggle to meet my objectives, to make my objectives, but what I found out was that becoming a fighter pilot was literally about finding the people who were ahead of me and following their patterns of success. My road to success can be summarized very simply as this. I found what people did who were successful, and I did that. I also found what people did who were unsuccessful, and I didn't do that. Literally, if you simply take what people do who are successful and you follow their pattern of success, you will be successful. So watch for those patterns in today's discussion. Okay, a couple reasons why you should listen to me. First, I've been teaching people how to become fighter pilots in the Navy, Air Force, and the Marine Corps longer than any recruiter you speak to. I can guarantee you that with 100% certainty, I have been doing this at least twice as long, and more like 6 times as long as just about every single recruiter you will talk to. I understand the regulations. I know what you need to become successful. I know what it means when people say no to you. I'm unbiased, and I can teach you the fastest way to get in and the strategies that work over and over again. Listen, I don't have any slots to fill, so unlike a recruiter, I'm not going to kind of stretch the truth or even lie to you because I have no reason to do that, okay? I'm here to help you. I am here to share the information with you, and I've always told people this. There are basically 3 types of recruiters out there in admissions folks. Number 1, there are the totally honest and ethical people. We would hope that is the majority of the recruiters out there. Number 2, there are recruiters who are not telling you the truth, but it's not because they're lying. It's simply because they don't know what the regulations are. And number 3, there are recruiters straight up out there who are not telling you the truth, and they know that they're lying to you, and they're doing it because they're trying to fill a slot. Well, the good news is I don't have any slots to fill. I've been doing it longer than every single recruiter by a factor of at least 2, and I'm here to tell you what I know. And I know works because I've seen it work over and over and over again. I'm telling you, I've put more people in the Navy, the Air Force, and the Marine Corps probably than 50 recruiters all put together. And so I know what I'm doing, and I'm here to tell you and share with you the information. Now, what you do with the information, well, that's totally up to you, okay? So my job is, I have responsibility to you, but not for you. In other words, I'm going to share the information to the best of my ability, and when I put it in front of you, and then I'm going to let you go ahead and whip it out and just go take action, okay? So, listen, this is important. When we talk about the myths that you've been led to believe, I think that it's very important that you write this down, okay? Because you've been told these things, and once you break through these, you will find success. I believe. Myth number 1, you have been told that to become a fighter pilot, you need to have perfect everything. You need to have perfect eyesight, you need to have perfect grades, you need to have perfect fitness, no physical problems, no history of drug and alcohol, on and on and on and on and on. Listen, I still get this today. I'll be on an airplane and I'll be talking to somebody and they'll say, well, what did you do? And I say, I used to be a fighter pilot and a big team for the Marine Corps. And they will say, oh, you gotta have perfect eyesight for that. And I'm like, no, actually you don't even have any of that stuff. Listen, I know fighter pilots who have really low GPA. I'm talking about like in the 2s, okay? I've known pilots who failed their eyesight test. One of the best pilots I knew, literally one of the best dogfighters I knew, was a guy who failed his eyesight test about 4 times. I've known people who had prior drug issues or arrests, and the point is that what you've been told about needing to be perfect is absolutely not true. It either comes from people who are straight up lying to you, or they simply do not know the facts. Now, will it make it more difficult if you've got former drug issues or arrests? Yes. Will it make it more difficult if you've got a PRK for your eyes or something like that? Yes. Will it make it easier if you have a higher GPA? Absolutely. But the point is simply this. If you've got any of those problems, what you absolutely need is persistence. you'll find more and more and more of the members of my Elite Afterburner Club who have many problems and have simply become successful because they were persistent. And so take away the GPA, take away eyesight, take away drug issues and rest, give me all that stuff and give me a person who's persistent, and I'll take that person every single time over the person who's going to give up at the first point of failure, because the person who's persistent will be the one who is successful. Remember, you don't need to be perfect. What you do need to have is a mindset for success and a plan when you walk into the recruiter's office. Those two things are absolutely huge, and I'm sure you how you can find that tonight. Okay? Myth number 2, I hope you're taking notes, because you can find all the information you need about becoming a fighter pilot for free online. I'm just here to tell you that this myth has hurt more people than I could possibly imagine. If only, oh man, if only I was able to stop some folks in their tracks before they came to me. Listen, I get folks that come to me all the time who are either too old, they've waited too long, they've already submitted a packet for application, and they've made too many mistakes to recover from. And in almost every case, I just simply throw my hands up and I'm like, man, if you had just come to me earlier, I could have helped you avoid that mistake. I've known people who walk into the recruiter's office and have recruiters tell them, you know what, you don't need to go in this office first. You need to go in enlisted first, because you're going to get a lot more respect that way if you go in enlisted. You don't want to be a pilot, you want a first position, then you can be no. Listen, if you're a college graduate or you're going to be a college graduate, you do not need to go down that road. And a recruiter has told more people that than I can possibly imagine, and so many more people that I can stop. Thank God I've been able to save some people from going down that road and help them into the cockpit of a fighter jet. So my point is very simple. You got to be super careful the source of the material that you receive. Listen, I have even received things from my members when they got them directly from recruiters that were absolutely wrong. They were completely false. Either the recruiter had no idea what they were talking about, or it was a complete fabrication or a lie. I mean, think about it. Who knows if the recruiter's been there for 2 years or 3 months? And they certainly can't possibly know all the regulations surrounding just becoming a fighter pilot when they're looking at all of the different things that factor into becoming an officer or getting into an academy or something like that. And so the first point is this. What is the source of the material? Is it your buddy saying, hey, my recruiter told me this? Well, you know what? You got about like a 50-50 shot on that one. So first ask what the source of the material is. Now, that's from a recruiter. But let's talk about some of the other places that you can find information online. Listen, there are a bunch of forums, there are web posts, that are other web. Look, you got to be really careful. If you're just out on a forum where you're sharing information back and forth and people are posting, just look at the tone. There's people arguing with each other. There's people making fun of each other. And look, there is no repercussion to that person if the answers they're giving you are completely and totally false. And so in other words, the person can just totally make something up and you have absolutely no idea why. So be very careful where the information is that you get. When you get into, I've got a big resource which you're probably familiar with called the Fighter Pilot Power Pack. I wrote the first book I ever wrote is a 189-page book called Future Aid, definitive guide on how to become a fighter pilot. When I wrote that book, one of the very first things that I teach you how to do is gather information, important information gathering. This is absolutely important. Make sure that you get the right information. Again, I've seen so many tragedies. I've got one of my best friends is a result of getting bad information. He waited way too long, and as a result of waiting way too long, he was completely ineligible to get a flight slot based on the fact that he acted on bad information and he waited too long. Do not let that happen to you. Be careful where you get your information. It's huge, and question absolutely everything. Okay? Myth number 3. This is absolutely huge. Do not do this. Myth number 3 is that you can just pick up the phone and call a recruiter. Listen, you will be making a gigantic mistake, a huge mistake. If the very first thing you do the moment you decide that you want to go in the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, is call a recruiter. At that point, you are literally at every woman's desire of the recruiter. You even know what their motivation is. Look, there are some great recruiters out there, great men and women who represent our country well and do a fine job of giving advice while at the same time recruiting. But you have to be super careful when you pick up the phone and call a recruiter, because, first of all, recruiters are very convincing, but listen, their mission is not to help you. It is to fill their quota. Even if you ask them, But I'm serious. Ask a recruiter that you know to say this. Hey, what's your number one mission in your job? And they will tell you, look, my number one mission is to meet the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Air Force, whichever one they work for. They will not look you in the eye and say, my number one mission is to help you, my friend. I want to give you everything that you ever want. No. The moment you walk into there, you are simply a number for them in their quota, their whatever they have to produce that year, and they're simply screening you, okay? So, that's the second thing that I want to talk about, which is simply this. Which recruiter you choose to talk to has as much bearing on whether or not you get the right rut and how you speak. See, there's two components going on there. Number one, which recruiter you talk to, and you do not always need to talk to the one you talk to. Number two, it's how you speak with the recruiter. Listen, first impressions are huge. You've heard the phrase that says you never get a second chance to make a first impression. You absolutely don't. So let's say you're a little bit out of shape. Let's say you're not where you want to as far as your presentation, your package, your grades. Let's just say that you don't have everything in line that you absolutely want to have in line. You can make a gigantic mistake by walking directly into the recruiter's office. Number one, you might not get the information that you want anyway. Number two, you might make the impression that you don't want to make. You might be stepping on. I saw this was very prevalent when I was going through the Marine Corps recruiting process. I was very prepared for this process, and I literally would see people walking into the office and talking to a recruiter who were absolutely, completely unprepared. The result of that was disastrous. At one point, I actually saw the recruiter yell at somebody, which is kind of shocking, to be perfectly honest with you. That was disastrous on behalf of the candidate, and it was something that he never, ever recovered from. Do not let that happen to you. Talking to the recruiters, let me just share with you a quick success story from Chad Herring. Like I said, we just collect these stories. Chad Herring's story is on our website, so if you want to listen or hear or read that, it's a very inspirational story. Chad was very curious about flying. Every time he met a pilot, he would just sort of talk to them and pick their brains. He took a few flights to see if it was a career, and then he got his pilot's license. And then he started to do some research, much like you probably experienced. He came back over and over again to becomefighterpilots.com. Listen, there's a reason why that website is so popular online. It's because it works, okay? Actually, there's a reason why the website is controversial online. It's because it works, okay? There was a time, I am not kidding you, there was a time when the government literally tried to shut my website down, okay? It wasn't because I was doing something bad. It was because I was sharing information that they were not too sure they wanted out there. In other words, I was unbiased. I was trying to level the playing field and help you find your way through all the muck, through all the mud, to try to find your way onto a flight slot. Okay, so like you probably experienced, Chad found the website all over the place online, which is great. And then we ended up getting the chance to talk. We met together out at the airfield. We spent some time together sharing some information. And then he put together a package that went before the Air Force Board. Okay, on October 30th, he got his pilot slot with the Air Force through OTS. Now check this out. This is really cool. At that point, the Air Force had only a 60% acceptance rate for officers and generals. Of that 60%, now listen, only 11%, 20 people that year, are on that board got a flight slot. 11% got a flight slot. That's just a little bit better than 1 in 10. And Chad needed a waiver for his ISAC. Okay? How cool is that? Now listen, Chad succeeded because of two reasons. Number one, he had a game plan. He knew that he needed a waiver. He knew the chances were stacked against him because 11% on that board, 11% got a flight slot. But he also knew exactly what he needed to talk to a recruiter and to secure a flight slot. In other words, Chad was prepared, even though he needed an ISAC waiver, okay, which we can talk about, even though he needed an ISAC waiver, he was one of 20 people who got a flight slot in OTS that year. And OTS is a very difficult program to get the officer training score of the Air Force's version of OCS. Okay? Even through that, he was successful. Okay? So, myth number four. This is very important. And this kind of comes into Chad's story. I'm going to tell you one other story in just a second, and then we'll wrap it up and we'll take some questions. Okay, myth number 4 is that you don't need a wing. Now, this is super important. And if anything that we talked about so far, this is huge. When I went into combat in Iraq, I never knows this. Ever ever flew without a wingman. Ever, okay? Having a wingman next to you is so important that if my airplane broke or his airplane broke, we would both come home. Your wingman is there to look out for you. Your wingman is there to share information with you. Your wingman is there to make sure that you're not getting shot at and you're doing the same for him. If you've got a problem with your airplane, your wingman is there to get you back home safely. Because of that, I never in combat, never once flew without a wingman. That's not because 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2. With the airplanes together, 1 + 1 equals 4. The combined power of 2 airplanes flying together is significant when it comes simultaneously. Okay, so listen, the fastest way to become an outstanding pilot is to be a phenomenal wingman and to have phenomenal wingmen. That's why it's so important, okay, to work with somebody who can help you and show you the way to becoming a fighter pilot. If you have friends who have passed down this road, get good information from them and I'll have them share your ideas. If you have family members who've walked down this road, ask them to help and mentor you to be successful. And look, if you don't have any of those, you've come to a very good place. Because I've been doing this for years, helping young women, men and women just like you, to get air slots in the Air Force, the Navy, or the Marine Corps. I got to tell you another really quick success story. And Freddie, you with me? He's coming off of you right now. This is like a 6-year-old picture of Mr. Frederick Johnson, Second Lieutenant Frederick Johnson. I'm going to tell you with me? All right. Hey, man, you with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
I don't know if you can see the screen here, but I got like a old school Freddie picture here. This is like 6 years ago. You see that?
Yeah, man. I don't know.
All right, so I'm going to tell you a story about a person who's become a very good. I mean, I'm just telling you, I had one of the best experiences of my life here about a couple months ago. I'm going to tell a little bit of your story there, Juice, and then I'm going to let you jump in. Freddie graduated from high school back in 2005, did not go straight to college. Went online to look for a couple ways to become a fighter pilot, found the fighter pilot power pack, and decided to go to the service academy. He wanted to get into the Air Force, and so he didn't give up. Look, he had plenty of obstacles. We're going to talk about a couple of those. He was accepted and started at the Air Force Academy Prep School. Now check this out. I like that picture right there. Now that is a picture of the Air Force graduation this year, and that, my friends, is a picture of Second Lieutenant Frederick Juice Johnson about a half an hour after the President of the United States gave him his diploma and saw him walk onto the stage. He looks pretty cool, huh? And I was there. And let me, what's that?
No, I'm good.
No, go ahead. So now, and I was there, which honestly was one of the biggest goose-bumping honors of my entire life, and I was proud to be there. It was awesome, man. So just share with our listeners here a couple of your thoughts, maybe some of the myths or some of the things that maybe you overcame to get your slot, because you're getting ready to go off to flight school and start flying some jets.
Right. All the myths we talked about, a lot of them are applicable. Actually, all of them are applicable. One of the main ones for me was information gathering. And if you don't have the right information, you can't, you don't have a plan of attack, and you just kind of walk into a situation blind. So the more information you can gather, the more people you talk to, as far as your experiences, and kind of either align those with your aspirations or kind of reach those more information you get, the better. Also, people that have the same aspirations as you, work at it, then yes, guys, bonding, working together to achieve the same goals. And a lot of numbers are more positive. Stand out. Team players, share with everybody. And they see that, it's like they see that, and they'll learn your rating. Your rating you can see about 50%. So you just have to sit, you have good academics, and you're not your next minor or airframe. So you got to be those some of the big things as far as getting to the academy, and also furthering your career as far as you can.
The interesting thing too, which I was really excited to see, because I think it's just an important principle. when I was there at your graduation, I met a lot of people who had a mentor or wingman-like influence in your life. Isn't that true?
Right. That's true. I've had for a second. But I've had a lot of guys help me out. I never turned my back on them once I got to where I needed to be. You know, I think I have a pretty good foundation as far as my career is concerned.
Yeah.
But I'm never too egotistical or too big stuff for me, so I can't accept no for people when they have a fight.
Yeah.
And I have a long way to go as far as the older guys are talking to experience or something. They always provide me with things I need, and they don't necessarily hand it out. I used to act. You gotta have a token and
Yeah, that was awesome. And I remember you saying that because I just said, man, thank you for inviting me here. And you're like, I don't forget the people who helped me get where I got. So I appreciate that. And I appreciate you coming on the call. Any last thoughts?
Oh, no. For anybody who wants to go don't ever think get the right information. Should go far.
Huge. Thanks, Freddie Juice Johnson. I appreciate you, man. Have a great day. All right, see ya. Here's the thing, and this is why I love talking about success stories. If you join us in our Afterburner Club calls, we do these once a month for our club members. Every month or so, every other month or so, or maybe every 3 months, I'll have a member on. Someone who has achieved success, like Freddie was one of our recent interviews. And I love telling these success stories because I'm here to tell you, I've interviewed more members than I got fingers to count, okay? And every single member, I don't care if it's Marine, Navy, Air Force, every single member has difficulties to overcome, like low standardized test scores, like needing a medical waiver. Chad and Freddie's stories were very similar because they both had challenges that they needed to overcome, but despite those challenges, they wingmen helped them reach their goals. Freddie's story is awesome. I mean, at one point he was working in a warehouse, having people tell him, "You can't become a fighter pilot. Why don't you just go be a mechanic?" And he literally looked him in the eye and said, "No, I'm going to go achieve my dreams." And guess what? He did. He did because you overcame his obstacles. Okay, so here's the thing. We talked about some of the myths. We talked about the fact that you got to have perfect everything, which you don't. We talked about how you can find all the information you need for free online, which you can't. Okay, you talked about how you can go into the recruiter's office without being prepared. You don't. We talked finally about how you don't need a wingman, okay, which you do. Listen, this is really important. People go to school to invest tens of thousands of dollars to get an education that they aren't going to use. But when it comes to the most important decision of their lives, they go on the internet and they try to get all of this information absolutely for free, which brings me basically to my last myth, okay, which is this. I can just go find everything for free and I don't have to do anything. I don't have to work at it. I don't have to invest any time. It should just all come to me. Because with our entitlement mindset, as a society, we have this idea that we should just deserve all this stuff. Well, look, you don't, okay? But the great news is the people that you are competing against, they do. They think that they deserve to have everything handed to them on an absolute silver platter, okay? And they don't. And so when you work and fight and struggle and kick and try to get what you want, what you actually have coming to you, by the very fact that you've worked for it, you will be successful. So listen, I'm just going to talk really quickly about how you can have me as your wingman and how you can be as prepared as you can possibly be. Once we're done with this, I'm going to go ahead and hit the questions that I received here on the webcast. I got like 50 questions, so I'm not going to be able to answer all of them, and I'm going to try to make some time as well for some live questions for your benefit also. But very quickly, I get this question asked of me a lot, how I can help you or how I can help you achieve the goals that you want. Like I said, I've helped so many people, and I want to help you as well. And I'm just going to give you an idea as to how that might be possible for you. And if it works for you, that's great. If it doesn't, no big deal. And we'll get it rocking and rolling. So listen, I have a program that I call my Fighter Pilot Power Pack. It's piles of information, pages and pages and pages. It's hours and hours and hours of recording. It's basically everything I know, everything my members know about becoming a fighter pilot, and it is your launching pad for success. So listen, this program is right for you if you want to become a fighter pilot in the Air Force, the Navy, and the Marine Corps. You want to do it the right way instead of the wrong way, which is very important. You want to do it the fast way instead of the slow way, and you want to avoid the common mistakes and pitfalls. Listen, do not ask for this information if you're not going to use it, okay? It only works when you implement it. In the Power Pack, I share my recipe for success. So basically, I'm going to give you a formula for what to say word for word when you walk into your recruiter's office. I'm going to show you how to choose the right service for you. I'm going to show you how to choose the right commissioning program, how to avoid the common traps and pitfalls. This program is not for you if you're not an action taker. So for example, if you're the kind of person that reads stuff but doesn't do anything with it, do not even ask for this stuff. It's not going to help you. If you're a whiner or a complainer, I mean, if you're one of those folks that's just like, hey, everything is wrong in life and it's everybody else's fault, this isn't for you, okay? My guess is if you're on this call right now, that's not you. But if it is, no, this is not the program for you. If you're one of those cranky, angry folks, okay, then being a fighter pilot isn't for you either, okay? All right, so I'm looking for people to work with who are positive, upbeat, who are ready to take on and take action and not quit, okay? Because I'm going to tell you, you will have struggles along the way. It's not going to all be perfect for you. You will have to overcome some obstacles just like every single one of my members does, but when you overcome those obstacles, you seem successful, okay? So listen, if you're ready to move forward, take the next step in your career, then this is for you. Here's some things that you'll learn in my system. And again, it is a system. It's a system that works, and it's a system that has proven to work, okay? What you're going to learn, number one, first, the most important question that will determine whether you sit at a desk or fly jets. I'm going to give you 7 flight school guidelines that can increase your chances of flying jets by about 300%. You will go to flight school, and the service will determine whether you fly helicopters, jets, or cargo airplanes. How you do in flight school will determine that, okay? So I'm going to talk to you about how to do well in flight school. I'm going to talk to you about how to avoid the 13 most common pitfalls that arise on flight physical. Listen, if you don't get past your flight physical, you're never even going to get into flight training, much less in the cockpit. I'm going to show you how to do that very well. I will talk to you about some eyesight requirements and how to improve your eyesight and keep it in shape. We'll talk about the 3 simple steps to prepare for and finish first in officer candidate school at boot camp. You got to go to boot camp, and if you're going to go to boot camp, you're going to go to flight school. You're going to have to get through boot camp. So I'll share you some of those tips with you as well. I'll talk to you about 3 things you definitely do not want to do when you are talking, when you're contacting a recruiter. I'm here to tell you that one of the 3 I'm very sure that you probably will do without this information. So I'm going to share you 3 things across the often to the list and don't do. I'm going to show you how to choose the right service before they choose you, how to be guaranteed. I'm talking about straight up guaranteed a flight slot before you sign flight school, how you can get the service to put it on a piece of paper that you will go to flight school. That is absolutely huge. I'm going to talk to you about 9 tips that will make ground school way easier for you. 6 tips for the simulator that you will have to know to pass your flight checks. So I'm going to talk to you about how to do on the airplane, simulator, and even in ground school. I'm going to talk to you about 2 distinguishers, very important, that are used to decide if you fly jets, helicopters, or cargo planes, and how to use these distinguishers to get the aircraft you absolutely want to fly instead of having the service tell you where to go. I'm going to talk to you about how to prepare for and obtain some of the most prestigious positions available to fighter pilots. I'm going to give you some real-world flying tips that you can actually start using now. Even if you don't fly airplanes, I'm going to tell you how to use these tips in things like your car. Start practicing for flight school now in a whole lot more. What you'll get my book, which comes as an ebook. It's called Future Ace, Definitive Guide for Being a Fighter Pilot. We're on version 3. It's 189 pages long. It is the source for you to start as your launching pad to becoming a fighter pilot. And the number of people who have achieved this resource to use it is in the thousands. You get an MP3 website called Marching to Mach. Basically, I'm going to start right now and show you what your entire career is going to look like. I'm going to talk to you about things like the Thunderbird, the flight school. I'm going to talk to you about things like reflection. I'm going to talk to you about things like what happens after your first tour in a flight squad, where you're going to go, what kind of jobs you're going to do when you get into the squadron, what your entire career is going to look like. We'll talk even about if you're married or thinking about being married, and what life will be like, and what considerations you want to start thinking about now as a married person or thinking about me. I got an over an hour resource for you on how to excel in flight school. As a matter of fact, in our afternoon club, we have 2 resources for you on how to excel in flight school. They go together into this audio MP3. Listen, you do not want to go to flight school without this resource. This could be the difference between getting jets or ending up flying helicopters. You get another audio MP3 called Fighter Pilot Medical Requirements. I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you some ways that you can pass parts of your physical, even if you potentially could be unqualified. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the brain of a medical examiner and how to pass things, even if you don't think you're going to pass them. Another recording, almost an hour, is going to be a discussion and introduction of your career. By the way, just about every single one of these MP3s I've recently re-recorded, so the information is very fresh, very pertinent. And when you enroll today, what I'm going to do is also throw in a bunch of extra bonuses. I'm going to throw in a special report on how to do on-flight, a special report that follows the MP3 on March of the Mod. I'm going to throw in another audio MP3 on the missions, multiple missions that you will be flying as a fighter pilot. And I'll also throw a couple other special reports in. A whole special report on medical requirements, a special report on becoming a fighter pilot, another special report on becoming fighter pilot missions, and I'm going to give you 300 pages straight to the service that have the straight-up medical guidelines that they follow, that you can be sure to pass your physical. The last thing I'm going to give you as a bonus here is free membership in what I call the Afterburner Club. Now, this is absolutely one of the most enjoyable things that I do every single month. We meet as a club online to answer questions, to share guests. We've had astronauts, we've had Blue Angels, we've had people from all over the world, Air Force pilots, Navy pilots, Marine pilots. We've had people who fought in Vietnam. We've had folks who are in the test pilot world. We've had people all over the planet, and every single month we get together to share ideas, to share information, and talk about your future career as a fighter pilot. I'm here to answer your questions every single month, and then what we'll do is every single month I'll send you a CD and the MP3 of the call. Sometimes you can make it, sometimes you can't. That's totally fine. It doesn't really matter because either way I'm going to send you the recording. Every month I'm also going to send you my monthly newsletter that I call The Leading Edge. That's going to share with you tips and tricks and strategies for becoming a fighter pilot. Usually that comes right with the CD every single month. We've got a forum online and a members-only website that is only for the Afterburner Club members where you can meet together and share ideas. I'm going to give you access to previous calls and resources. And listen, I'm going to give you the first month absolutely and totally free. There's absolutely no obligation to continue after the first month, but if you choose to keep going, I'm going to give you the low member rate as well. Okay, so let's get down to the nuts and bolts, and then I'm going to go right to the questions and answer your specific questions. Let's get to it right here, which is what is the investment? Okay, this system has been sold online for up to $297. This is a made-up number. This is I got just pulled it back. No, this is actually what this system has gone for online. Okay, so I'm going to just tell you what it is. It's not $297. It's not even $197. Actually, it's not even $150. When you invest in this program today, the discount is all the way down to $67. That is a phenomenal deal. And I'm just telling you, it's sold all the way up to $297, $197, $97, even up to $297 today. You get a full digital download. This is one of the reasons that we can make it less expensive because we don't have to pay for all the packaging and the mailing, which is very expensive. And because it's a digital download, it gives you instant access to all of this material, absolutely instantaneously. You can actually get it all for cheap. I'm just telling you, it's the absolute lowest it's ever been in about 6 years. So it's a phenomenal deal. It's not going to be lower. Okay, so $67, you get the manual, the special report, the MP3, the membership, and then you get instant access. In other words, the second that your order goes through, you're going to be able to go and immediately download all of the material. And the reason that it's so low is very simple. I want some more success stories, man. I want some more people to use this to reach your dreams. I already got there. I already did what I wanted to do. Now I want to see you be able to do it as well. Now, this basically makes this a total no-brainer, which is that I'm going to basically give you this course for an entire year. In other words, you can test it, you can try it out, you can use it. If it's dog age homework, I don't really care. If it does not work for you, this is very important. I want you to send everything back. If you're not completely blown away and you don't see your incredible success in your career, just have to send everything back. You're going to get a full refund. An absolute full refund. You won't get any questions, and you can still be friends. Because listen, we might end up flying together someday, and I want to make sure that you have success with this material. So I'm literally willing to put my money where my mouth is. Say this: there's no risk. If it doesn't work for you, which I know it will, but if it doesn't, okay, so send everything back and get a full refund. That make calls that I call my secret to boot camp success. I interviewed a Marine Corps drill instructor, and if you can pass Marine Corps drill boot camp, you can pass the other one, right? So I interviewed a Marine Corps drill instructor for about 3 hours, And in it, he took me behind the scenes and shared all the secrets of boot camp. Okay, so shared all the ideas, strategies, and all the things you can do to blow boot camp out of the water, so that it's not a stress for you. It's actually a lot of fun. And I'm going to give you that MP3 download that talks about all of the success in boot camp. That's about 3 MP3s. Plus, I'm going to give you another MP3 download that lists all the eyesight regulations. This shows you how to improve your eyesight, pass your eye test. That's almost an hour long. I interview an industry expert on eyesight improvement, on how to do really well in your eyesight, and then I'm also going to talk about the regulations. You can improve your eyesight naturally, how you can be successful using something like PRK to overcome eyesight regulations. So you get those 2 bonuses right there. The Secrets of Boot Camp Success Series, which is about 3 hours, another MP3 that's about an hour. You get about 4 more hours. That's when you take action on this webinar. Okay, so it's not available anywhere else.